I'd heard great things about The Martian, but never really got around to watching it because it's only relatively recently in the last few years that I've got into sci-fi films. And I'm really glad that I finally watched it because it really is absolutely brilliant. This was released in 2015, directed by Ridley Scott, with a screenplay by Goddard, based on the novel by Andy Weir. I haven't read the novel, probably won't, but if anybody thinks it really is amazing and worth watching, then let me know and I might have a look. The Martian has 8 out of 10 on IMDb across over 700,000 reviews, so needless to say it's been very well received. It was nominated for 7 Oscars, it didn't win any, but it had 40 other wins and an additional 188 nominations. Just out of curiosity, I had a look. It was nominated for the Best Motion Picture. The one that won was Spotlight, which I haven't seen. But I feel like this would have been a strong contender, but it was also up against Room, and to be honest, I think Room should have won. But that is irrelevant for the moment. So the description from IMDb reads as follows. An astronaut becomes stranded on Mars after his team assume him dead and must rely on his ingenuity to find a way to signal Earth that he is alive. Matt Damon is our character, Mark. We do have a really great supporting cast, Kristen Wiig, Sean Bean, Donald Glover, but this very much is, as far as I see it, the Matt Damon show. It's all about him and his attempt to survive and signal back to Earth, and the film's quite long. I believe it's over 2 hours in length, and I have a very short attention span, but for some reason it managed to keep me engaged. The set design, the locations, the scenery, absolutely beautiful. Very vast, quite intimidating, and a little bit eerie. Especially if, like me, you're afraid of being stranded somewhere. I think the way Mark as a character develops throughout this, the longer he is there and trying to survive and, you know, I guess make the best of the situation while trying to work out how to signal that he is alive, he goes on a really interesting journey, and it's great to see him utilising the tools at his disposal, which are very sparse, and overcoming a lot of different problems. And obviously, when one problem is solved, another one comes along, but we always have a little bit of respite in between them, and we just get to see a bit of his personality coming out when he's able to, I guess, relax. I don't know how much relaxation he did, but there are times when he's he's just getting on with things, and he's got a great attitude, and I really think that this film works, especially with the length of it, not just because of Matt Damon's performance, but because of Mark as a character, and how likeable he is, and how easy he is to engage with, and how much you want the best for him. And that's absolutely the case. It's an absolutely phenomenal film. There is nothing about it that doesn't work. The music is great. Even though we often just have one actor on screen, it's never dull. It's very engaging. Is it my favourite Ridley Scott film? It might just be. I can't say that with certainty. But I think it's definitely a very strong contender. It's an absolutely stunning film. If you haven't seen it, please give it a go. I really do promise that you won't be disappointed. The Martian is colossal and is an absolute masterpiece.